You would think with all the war crimes and atrocities and genocide being committed by Israel right now, that corporations would not want their brand names slapped on top of the rubble that was once a school or a medical clinic. But in fact, many companies don't seem to care. Here are the top 11 corporations deepest in bed with Israel. Can you be deep in bed? Let's start with weapons contractors, since they're the most villainous.
It's warlord.
The stocks of the big war profiteers have shot up since Israel's attack on Gaza began. Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, and BAE Systems have gained more than $30 billion in value over just the past few weeks. You know what they say? Every time Israel blows up a hospital, a Lockheed investor gets his wings, meaning a private jet. Much of the billions the U.S. sends to Israel ends up in the pockets of these weapons contractors. So your tax dollars go directly to them, and they're not even ashamed of it. Lockheed Martin says it's proud of the significant role it has fulfilled in the security of the state of Israel. Of course, let's not forget Raytheon, which provides missiles for Israel's Iron Dome defense system.
It's kind of been a personal mission to, keep pushing and not let the naysayer say I can't.
Among other things. And smaller war profiteers like Woodward, which we know provides bombs to rain down on Gazans because they still have the label on them. Huh? At least take the brand name off before you bomb the hospital. Make an effort. If Adidas can get rid of all their Kanye stuff because they're embarrassed, you can put a little smiley face sticker over your brand name when you commit a war crime.
He made a lot of money off of it.
For the most part, war profiteers are not too concerned about their brand image. Well, except that time BAE Systems tried to whitewash their brand by putting out videos of British troops reading fairy tales to children.
I'm going to read you the story of Hansel and Gretel.
I put a barf bag under your seat if you need it right now. Then there are the many companies connected to the apartheid state that you might never guess. Number 10, Motorola.
Hello, Moto.
They don't just make skinny flip phones that get lost in your crack anymore. The crack of your couch. No, they help with surveillance of Palestinians in the settlements, which even the UN considers illegal under international law. Might be better for you, Motorola, if you just got back in my crack of my couch. Number 9, U.S. police departments. Officer down! Okay, so it's not a corporation, but in this case, it's your tax dollars that are helping to fund Israel's human rights abuses. Amnesty International reported, with whom are many U.S. police departments training? With a chronic human rights violator, Israel. So basically, you and I are paying the brutal American police forces to go to Israel and pay their brutal police forces to teach our brutal police forces how to be even more brutal. God, that's just an MC Escher staircase of awful. Number 8, Caterpillar. When a man named Benjamin Holt went into business building good old wagon wheels in the late 1800s, little did he know his company would one day crush the houses of Palestinians in occupied territories. Next time you're thinking of stealing land or crushing dreams, think Caterpillar. Number 7, Hewlett-Packard. As reported by BDSmovement.net, they provide computer hardware to the Israeli army and maintain data centers through their servers for the Israeli police, forming the backbone of Israel's racial segregation and apartheid. Way to go, Hewlett-Packard. And who says racism can't be high-tech?
Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
Number 6, Pepsi. In partnership with Sabra Hummus. Yes, that's right. Pepsi works with Israeli brand Sabra, which is quite proud of its support of the Israeli military. They support the Golani Reconnaissance Platoon, infamous for its decades of slaughtering Palestinians, most recently during Operation Cast Lead. Well, that's it. I'm switching from Pepsi to Coca-Cola. Number 5, Coca-Cola. Oh, man. Their support of Israel goes back decades. And in 1997, the country's Chamber of Commerce and Economic Mission praised its chairman, Roberto Goizueta, for 30 years of support and for refusing to honor an Arab boycott. No Coke or Pepsi? Guess I'll have to switch to Fanta. Oh, come on! Number 4, McDonald's. Mickey D's has been a longtime supporter of the apartheid regime, often ready at a moment's notice to supply the IDF with free diarrhea. McDonald's is also a major partner of the Jewish United Fund, which works to maintain American military, economic, and diplomatic support for Israel, monitors, and when necessary, responds to media coverage of Israel. When I go into McDonald's, I want to get my fried antibiotic-filled chicken paste balls of nugget-type things without having to also support atrocities. Maybe Burger King is opposed to crimes against humanity. Number 3, L'Oreal. The French cosmetics giant has extensive business ties with Israel. They even put out natural sea beauty products made from Dead Sea minerals. Even though the West Bank borders the Dead Sea, the entire area and its resources are off limits to Palestinians to let Israel exploit it for mining and international tourism.
It's not that I care about money, it's that I care about my hair.
L'Oreal also doesn't care about war crimes, land theft, false imprisonment, segregation, children forced to drink unsafe water. Instead, they care about hair. If only Israel were committing crimes against hair instead of humanity, then L'Oreal might cut ties with them.
This is genuine human hair.
This is legal, right?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Number 2, Starbucks. Former chairman and founder Howard Schultz has long been staunchly pro-Israel, seemingly fine with any level of war crimes and racism the country commits. In 2002, Israel's foreign ministry praised Schultz for being key to the country's long-term PR success. But beyond that, just in the past couple of weeks, Schultz and Starbucks have been exploiting the violence in Gaza and Israel to attack union members. I can't believe Howard Schultz would do that. I mean, I would have thought a company that's been accused of union busting, abusing their employees, sourcing coffee from slave labor, and blending the last remaining unicorns into some sort of iced coffee drink would be better than this.
They got any just coffee?
Our cafe du jour is New Zealand Peaberry.
Right on.
Number 1, General Mills. The parent company of such beloved brands as Betty Crocker, Cheerios, Chex Mix, Yoplait, Pillsbury, and Lucky Charms, General Mills has for many years produced some of their products on stolen Palestinian land. Et tu, Doughboy. But here's the good part. After a 2-year campaign calling on General Mills to stop making products on stolen Palestinian land, the company gave in and left with their tail between their legs. Does the Doughboy have a tail?
Hi, stranger.
The case of General Mills shows that pressure and boycotts work. They work. But even if they didn't, none of us should be giving money to companies that support apartheid, imprisonment, and crimes against humanity. From here on out, I'm blending my own freaking unicorns. So that's it, the top companies in bed with the Israeli regime. This was the first episode of a new series by me, Lee Camp, and Breakthrough News. In order to keep seeing more of these, please support my work at leecamp.net. Thanks. Keep fighting.